Is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Pariwa says a joint venture must be examined. Retired teachers entitlements to be paid. And villagers appreciate a training. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. The provincial member for Madang, Pariwa, said the details of the joint venture tuna cannery that will be established in the Madang province must be looked into.
Noting the 10% share for the Madang provincial government in the joint venture tuna cannery project, provincial member Pariwa said the details of the agreement must be looked into.
This occasion, we look forward to sign the Memorandum of Understanding. It's a framework agreement that will have a legal basis to bind all the parties in this project to come together and talk about the nitty-gritties and the bolts and nuts of the JV agreement. I would like to take this time to say that the JV agreement, we should be looking into details. I will have big issues with the state.
Pariwa strongly stressed that the people of Madang must not miss out on equity arrangements.
But with the state, I think we'll sit down and talk about the JV arrangement, equity arrangement. I must say that the people of Madang must not miss out on the equity arrangement. We've witnessed the people of this country have been missed out by successive government for the last 50 years. People of Madang must not be a spectator, must not miss out.
He called on the government to recognize people of Madang with business development grants and equity shares.
I want the Prime Minister, Honorable James Marape Rosso government, and under the leadership of the Minister for International Trade and Investment, to ensure that the people of Madang must be recognized with a business development grant, a good business development grant, as well as a good equity share.
The provincial member further added that his government will try its best to make Madang the major fishing hub.
I will fight for Madang to become the major fishing hub in the Pacific, major fishing industry in the Pacific, with the assistance of RD Corporation and with the support of the independent state of Papua New Guinea.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
The chairman of the RD Tuna Canners Limited, Ronald Rivera, wants the new project, a joint venture tuna cannery, to become a public company.
Chairman Ronald Rivera said RD Tuna is willing to support PNG in the fisheries sector, further stating the company's genuine interest with the JV cannery.
We would like actually this new joint venture company to eventually be a public company in PNGX in the next 5 years. So we have, as a private sector or as an investor, we want this company to be a success. So we will do all in our power to really make this new venture take off in terms of sales and marketing, controls, quality controls, and things like that.
Rivera said RD Tuna is content with the 50% share from the joint venture project.
Well, in the next few weeks or few months, we have to negotiate the joint venture agreement and shareholders agreement. We're happy with the 50%. I think it's about time that Papua New Guinea's country has a stake in its tuna resource.
Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, elaborates that the government is extremely proud of Hardy for being the first company in doing a joint venture.
I'm very supportive of Hardy because this is the first company who's willing to do a joint venture with us, and within 5 years, see Papua New Guineans take over the management and operations of the company. Who is going to be willing to do that with us?
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
The watchdog for prices of goods and services has announced a drop in the fuel price for the month of May.
The Independent Consumer and Competition Commission in a statement said the indicative retail price for petrol, diesel and kerosene will all decrease on an average throughout PNG, consistent with the movement in the international crude oil prices. The domestic retail prices for this month includes the imported cost for each petrol products. The ICCC said as a result of adding all the various cost components, the maximum retail price movements for petrol were decreased from Fokina 29 toya per litre to Fokina 17 toya per litre, while for diesel the price decreased from Fokina 29 toya per litre, Fokina 1 toya per litre to Trikina 88 toya, and for kerosene it has decreased from Trikina 72 toya to Trikina 60 per litres. As per the statement, the retailers are urged to adhere by this, as the ICCC team will continue to do spot checks to ensure there is complacency as per the authority. Consumers are also advised to report to ICCC at an event where the retailers charge them extra fees through the Consumer Protection Division on the phone number 312-400. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Teaching Service Commission has confirmed that a total of 9.9 million kina will be paid as final entitlements and repatriation to 291 retired teachers in Papua New Guinea. TSC Chairman Samson Wangiomi said the funds have already been allocated to the Provincial Teachers' Salary Appropriation. The Payroll Division of the Department of Education has processed the payments for the 291 retirees who will receive their entitlements on pay number 10, Wednesday, May 14th this year. Speaking to the retirees, TSC Commissioner Operations, Maini Mike Ugaya said the payment process had been slow due to the involvement of multiple agencies and the need for due diligence. However, he assured them that they will now receive their entitlements. Mr. Ugaya further clarified that the repatriation payment applies only to retired teachers and not the resigned teachers, noting the payment is intended for teachers who recently retired and not those who resigned years ago. He revealed that TSC currently has about 500 more files of retired teachers awaiting processing and submission to tertiary for the next batch. TSC Chairman Samson Wangiomi, on behalf of the 70,000 teachers, including retirees, commended the Department of Treasury for allocating funds for retirees' entitlements. 4 University of Technology Uniforce guards were among the 100-plus firefighters that passed out yesterday in Port Moresby. They are now certified fire and rescue officers.
Through a memorandum of understanding signed between the University of Technology and the Fire Department, the university nominated the 4 Uniforce guards to take 10 weeks of rigorous training at the Fire Service Training College at Goroka in the nation's capital. Chief of Fire Service, Bill Rue, acknowledged the university and stated this.
Under the MOU, Unitec has freed up land to the fire service that we are seriously looking at building a fire station there. If Unitec station is established, then we will have 2 fire stations in Ley. That's in the plan. And I'm proud to have the Unitec staff who are here to witness your 4 men passing out.
Meanwhile, Mr. Rue also acknowledged another existing MOU with the National Airport Corporation, stating that 12 of their airport fire and rescue service staff have also undertook intensive breathing apparatus, life asserts and rescue firefighting training with the Fire Service Department. However, the 12 officers did not attend their pass-out graduation due to an important 1-week training.
As I've said, unfortunately, the 12 are not here because they attended only 1 week breathing apparatus course, life and search rescue firefighting course only, which is an integral part of the training for these men and women who are standing here and for the fire service.
Bill Rue said the department have retired a good number of aging officers, in which he is happy to make way for young officers to be enlisted to the organization. Louis Mangu, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Chief of Fire Service Bill Rue cited that PNG Fire and Rescue Service, like other agencies by nature of their work, do face numerous challenges that include resource constraints, logistical issues involving response needs.
Despite these issues and challenges over the years, noticeable progress has been made in several priority or critical areas that include the passing of the Fire and Rescue Service Bill, prudent financial management, station rehabilitation projects, fostering international relationship, introducing reforms to modernizing the Fire and Rescue Service and succession planning.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja, ha? Yeah.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
To our strong, resilient, and amazing mothers across the country and the world, Happy Mother's Day! Mothers are a blessing to us all. They create, they nurture, they bring love, warmth, and beauty into our lives. A mother's prayers and good wishes are always there with her loved ones. A mother's work never ends as she works to sustain a happy home. She cooks, cleans, and works in different fields. With her own hands and unique perspective, she does these things to inspire greater dreams. Her love, care, and sacrifices do not go unnoticed. Mother, you will always hold a special place in our hearts. So to all our precious mothers everywhere, we say thank you and Happy Mother's Day.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Leprosy Mission PNG has partnered with Catalyte Consultancy at the Davara Marine Sanctuary Project to conduct climate change resilience training on community-based mangrove planting in the Erie West communities in Central Province.
Due to the need of addressing climate change in the communities affected by leprosy, the Leprosy Mission PNG has taken the initiative to begin a pilot project on climate change resilience. TLM PNG addressed 3 main areas under climate change resilience on water security, food security, and coastal climate mitigation for communities living along the coast. Under the Coastal Climate Mitigation, TLM PNG and Catalyte Consultancy at the Davara Marine Sanctuary Project has conducted a training of mangrove rehabilitation in the Papa village of Central Province recently. The project coordinator for TLM PNG, Matela Degene, emphasized on this training.
Them on how to construct a nursery house for mangroves, how to select the right site for constructing a nursery house, and how to monitor mangroves in the nursery. So these are some of the basic things that they don't know. They lack knowledge on this to help them to. These are some of the things that they do not know, and they need to know in order to successfully plant their own mangroves in the community by themselves. So this is where we come in to build their capacity.
The training on mangrove planting gathered representatives from Hiri West communities, which are Kido Village, Lea Village, and Papa Village to participate. Project manager for Catalyte Consultancy at the Davara Marine Sanctuary Project, Alena Gabai, said the communities gave positive feedback on the training conducted.
For community entrance, I would say that we had a really positive feedback from the community here, mainly because we have worked along the Hiri East, and because they've seen the impact that we have with Hiri East. They are grateful for that opportunity, and they would like to see similar work done in the LLG.
Hence, the outcome of this training is to see that the communities become resilient and the seashores are being protected by mangroves. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
The 3 villages in the Central Province that undergone the mangrove nursery workshop have had positive feedback to the organizing team.
The workshop on mangrove planting in nursery was aimed for capacity building purposes for the 3 impacted villages, Papa, Lea, and Kido. From those nursery, they will do replanting in their villages along the coastlines. This can also sell as an alternate source of income for the community. Papa Village Ward Recorder and a volunteer for TLM PNG, Damana Ray, expressed his gratitude for this workshop.
Given the current generation now, you can't see even any of those mangroves around. So for TLM PNG, with the assistance of Catalyte to come and take the initiative to carry out this program with the workshops carried out with the technical team. As a leader of the community, I'm so thankful. This is not for the current generations, it's for the benefit of the next generations to come.
As the communities living along the coast rely on mangroves for gathering their foods, one of a community member from Kido Village and also a volunteer for TLM PNG, Anne-Marie Sorame, said this is her first time to attend such workshop and expressed the opportunity for gaining knowledge from this workshop.
It's an opportunity to come and join the team here, which we had an awareness today with the Catalyte, which I'm so grateful because as a starting to bring my career, I want to be a crab farmer back in Kido Village, which I'm starting now. So apart from breeding crabs, I'm trying to do as much as possible to do mangrove planting at the same time. So upon attending this course or this training here, I'm really privileged because I've learned a lot of how to mangrove planting, how to do planting, and what not to do and what to do. And I've learned a lot of things from the trainings that we had today.
Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
Community hall inspections have commenced in Labuta local level government, Ward 10 to 13 earlier this week by the member for Nawab, Theo Pelgan. Following an initiative to build 18 community halls across 14 wards of Labuta local level government in Mangrove province, MP Pelgan commenced inspections in wards 10 to 13, visiting Wageng, Aluki, Talek and Musom villages. The locals from these villages will play a key role in financing the construction, ensuring that the community halls are well equipped and tailored to the needs of the people. The community halls will be powered by solar charging systems, allowing villagers to charge their phones and electrical devices with ease. The halls will serve as a hub for medications, conferences and youth and women empowerment program and community liaison initiatives. MP Pelgan said all materials will be delivered next week to complete the constructions. In addressing the long-standing challenges of music piracy and copyright issues in Papua New Guinea, Intellectual Property Office is working towards amending its current Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act 2000 to address these issues.
Registrar of Intellectual Property Office, Amelia Aru, said the Investment Promotion Authority's Intellectual Property Office is looking towards amending its current Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act 2000 to include provisions of collective management organizations to managing copyright and related rights for various creators. She said this will give exclusive rights to PNG musicians, including rights in reproduction, distribution, and public performances. She stated that the Central Music Association is leading the way to act as intermediaries, collecting royalties, licensing works, and enforcing rights on behalf of copyright holders. She also explained on how a collective management organization or CMO operates.
I think Central Music Association is leading the way, is setting a good example of the trend in coming together. And I think in the future, we may see more musicians coming together. It doesn't mean the association diminishes the brand or the mark of an individual musician. No. Actually, the individuals is what makes up this association. Individuals of musicians that come together. They have their own brands and they come together in this collective management or association, and this association manages their rights. But it doesn't it doesn't diminish the popularity of one individual musician. No, it doesn't. What it does, it says, I'm here as an association. I can help you manage those rights, and I can help you promote your right better. I can help you enforce those rights. I can help you market your identity to another country, to another province, wherever, be it me. But we have somebody that's backing and supporting you and marketing you.
The president of a Central Music Association, Alan Kedea, expressed satisfaction that their association is heading into the right direction.
And I'm happy to learn that IPA and IPO are currently working on the policy and government amendments to the Copyright Act to set up a CMO in PNG. So we are heading in the right direction.
Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Matsu's aid post on Lear Island in New Island Province now has reliable lighting to the facility for the first time after BSP installed a solar power system.
The healthcare workers no longer have to rely on torchlights to treat patients during the night. The solar system now powers the entire aid post, enabling a better environment for medical staff to administer patient care. Apart from the solar installation, the BSP staff contributed their time and effort to paint the aid post and enhance the surroundings, creating a more welcoming healthcare facility for the community. A handover ceremony was held recently, which was officiated by key community leaders, contractor representatives, and Aid Post Chairman Tom Arau. BSP Lear Manager Grace Nagatia said BSP is proud to partner in championing prosperity across the community through these Aid Posts. Ward member Robert Yonael expressed his deep appreciation, commending BSP for the positive impact of the project. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Hey PNG, do you think you have what it takes to be the next star of MTV's Vocal Fusion?
And I told you when I'm gone, baby.
Well, it's back again and we're on the hunt for PNG's next biggest singing sensation. We're back with Vocal Fusion Season 12 and we can't wait to meet you. From the Highlands to the Islands, we're calling out to you. Meet us this May in Port Moresby for the auditions. It's Vocal Fusion Season 12.
The trade balance between PNG and Europe is in the favor of PNG for 4 billion kina.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with the European Union delegation to Papua New Guinea.
So it's about public diplomacy, it's about trade and relations, it's about defining how we work with the government. So this is the usual role of any, I would say, embassy.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National EMTV News. Western Highlands Provincial Administrator Joseph Mangbil released a formal notice indicating that the Provincial Physical Planning Board will no longer entertain any unsystematic development in Mount Hagen.
Western Highlands Provincial Administrator Joseph Mangbil has released a formal notice to the general public on the 7th of May 2025 through the Provincial Physical Planning Board on the ban of squatter settlements in the city. The notice indicates a strong decision not to entertain any piecemeal development or squatters settlement on state lands in Mount Again City and the province as a whole. This includes Tambul Nebila government stations, Mulbaya Lumusa government stations, Munglamp Kotna government stations, and all other state land in the city. Mr. Mangbil stated that all respective district administrators and district development authorities must work closely with the Provincial Physical Planning Office to prepare urban development plans. He added that all vacant government lands desirably declared as settlement within the city should consult the Mount Again City Authority for proper planning and upgrading of settlements to suburbs. He concludes that Western Islands Provincial Government and its administration under the leadership of Provincial Member Y. Rapa and the City Authority are working together to elevate the city's development ambitions. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Again.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands has concluded its 66th annual general meeting in Alex Isafan, Madang province yesterday. The key highlights of the meeting was the continued effort toward canonization of Blessed Peter Thorold, Papua New Guinea's first martyr.
The 10-day conference, which ran from April 29 to May 8 under the theme Journeying in Communion with the Youth in Hope, brought together over 20 archbishops and bishops along with one diocesan administrator from the Archdiocese, Solomon Islands. CBC PNG SI President, His Lordship Bishop Otto Separi, said that key matters affecting the Church's mission were discussed, with Blessed Peter Thorold's canonization being the main discussion. Bishop Separi stated the theme of the conference and its importance. CBC Vice President, His Excellency Bishop Rosario Menese, described the canonization as a monumental moment for the Church in the Pacific. He emphasized that Blessed Peter Thorold is the only Pacific figure on the path to sainthood, a significant honor for Papua New Guinea. His Grace Archbishop Anton Ball, Archbishop of Madang and host of this year's meeting, thanked everyone who helped make the event a success. He said the spirit of unity and faith shown during the conference is a sign of hope for the future of the Church in Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
As a result of continuous rainfall, a family of 5 were covered in a landslide in Apoga just outside of Goroka town last week. Of the 6 that were in the house, 13-year-old Ford Kusap was the only survivor.
The 5 deceased were Gelma Kusap, Sonia Kusap, Stephanie Kusap, Stephen Kusap, and a younger sibling Inax Kusap, all below the age of 10, with only one survivor, the 13-year-old Ford Kusap. After digging for several hours, the locals found the 5 bodies, which were 6 kilometers away from the house, and was brought to the Goroka Provincial Hospital morgue. The father Kusap was out on a church gathering in Unkaibena at the time of accident. According to the lone survivor, it was around 3 a.m. in the morning when he heard the sudden noise and sound of soil when he rushed out of the house, only to be covered with soil and had no time to save his mother or sisters and little brother. The office of the Eastern Highlands Provincial Governor Simon Sear visited the families of the victims on Friday and donated 3,000 kina in cash, including food relief. Part of the donations including building materials to rebuild the family house and food to keep them going, including 5 coffin boxes to assist the family to meet burial expenses. An amount of 1,000 kina was also given to the lone survivor, the 13-year-old Ford Kusap, who is a grade 2 student attending the West Goroka Primary School. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Now to overseas news. The new Pope Leo XIV has begun his papacy by presiding over a private mass in the Grand Sistine Chapel. The 69-year-old American will spend the next few days settling into his new role and is expected to be officially inaugurated in just over a week.
Good morning to you, Dan. Well, as you mentioned, he woke up as Pope Leo XIV. What a moment that would have been for him. And it started inside those ornate walls of the Sistine Chapel. A very grand entrance. He was holding incense. He kissed the altar, and perhaps with a nod to how he'll lead the Catholic world, he started his homily in English. He said he'll say a few words in English, and then he switched to Italian for the rest of the Mass. He asked his fellow cardinals to, I guess, come with him on his journey through the papacy. And that's an important thing to note, because the only people allowed in that Mass today were those 132 other voting cardinals who elevated him to the role of pontiff. Now, after the Mass was held, the cardinals had a lunch, and then they were released from the seclusion of the conclave. And of course, the media just descended on them after that. The attention now for the Pope is to get his head around the very complex, nuanced procedures that come with the Vatican administration. He will hold his first public Mass, or he will preside over his first public prayer on the iconic Vatican St. Peter's loggia, in front of those iconic red draped windows. We're expecting thousands of people to bear witness to that. And then, of course, the Catholic world's attention will turn to his inauguration, which will be held here on the 18th of May.
The White House say the 10% baseline tariff on virtually all imported goods into the United States is non-negotiable and here to stay. It comes as American and Chinese trade delegations meet in Switzerland after weeks of heightened tensions and tariffs increases between the two economic powers.
President Donald Trump has proposed ahead of this meeting in Switzerland that the United States could lower its astronomical tariffs on China. But the White House says it would need to see concessions from China and will not do this unilaterally. Currently, tariffs on Chinese goods are as high as 145% in the United States, and China has hit back with its own tariffs as high as 125% on American goods. The president flagged on social media that this meeting, the United States could lower those tariffs to 80%, which is still incredibly high, but is a signal that the heightening tensions between these two countries could now be simmering. This meeting will have global ramifications around the world and comes only days after the United Kingdom signed the first trade deal with the US since President Donald Trump announced his Liberation Day tariffs last month, putting sweeping tariffs on virtually all imports into America. He then paused the higher tariff rates for certain nations for 90 days to allow talks for negotiations to take place and trade deals to be signed. But noticeably, the United Kingdom did not receive an exemption for the base rate 10% tariff that's in place, impacting virtually all British goods. Here is what White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt had to say.
The president is committed to the 10% baseline tariff, not just for the United Kingdom, but for his trade negotiations with all other countries as well.
Permanently, even after the deals are done, like that is going to remain.
The president is determined to continue with that 10% baseline tariff. I just spoke to him about it earlier. Stephen.
Australia is impacted by that same base rate 10% tariff, and those words from the press secretary are ominous for all countries, including Australia, trying to negotiate a deal with the hope of scrapping that base rate tariff altogether. Australia has a surplus with the United States, as does the UK, meaning Australia and the United Kingdom buy more goods from America than America buys from us. It also brings into question the future of the free trade agreement Australia has had with the United States for 2 decades, and signals that even if a trade deal is signed, Australia may not escape tariffs that didn't exist before President Trump returned to the Oval Office.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go. One more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things, too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
We launched its VPN,
politics,
To infiltrate into our systems.
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The SO League continues to make waves in the nation's capital. Today, Trukai Sports were fortunate to cover some games at the Northwest Electorate.
In an interview today, SO League Northwest coordinator Alan Soto gave an update on the competition.
Now we are currently we are playing round 6. We have already completed our other rounds, which is round 1 to 5, and round 6 is underway.
He also highlighted the divisions participating.
Right now I'm with under 10, under 12, under 14, so score result will let me finish, but later I'm postmate hopefully by end of this round 6 and by try to put him out let us know now. By me identify him round 10, round 12, round 14 who said which team him start first, second or third him. After round 6 now by me post him out now. All teams all let get him.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
13-year-old Ryan Kida, a rising boxing talent with a passion and big dreams, is hoping to represent the country in the future.
Trukai Sports caught up with young Ryan during his sparring day at the Street Kids Gym in Koki today.
Name do me Ryan Kida. Name do Mami do me Anna. Name do Daddy do me Isaac. Mami do me blow Popondeta. Na Daddy do me blow Daru. Na me been stop Lia. Misa ka look your mangi training but me sa like lo coming service. Misa tino sell sa korosimi. Me be stop go on black game all I've been playing now. Me come coach at them stop name them junior Goroka. Come me ask him me la play and Lucy mixi sa first game do me. Na mixi 5 game do me mixi finish lo Lia. Tripla Lia, tupla lo gaire. Tupla win, tripla lose Lia.
Rising talent, Kida shared his motivation in taking up boxing.
Me been stop Ambla mangi tu sa play boxing am sta lap dombla nam sa toki mi. He must combine play boxing so me sa stop am sa carry me go watch game blam. Me sa looking now me been make it tin do me to se kain ba me go play boxing. So me come now me ask coach now. Coach Lucy me play this first game to me.
He also told Trukai Sports about his aim and future goals.
Aim do me grow up in school, look out to mami na deri do me fight strong like she's a goal do me. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The PNG NRL Bid Academy National Championships Grand Final are underway at the Santos National Football Stadium today.
In the Open Females Division, NCD defeated Goroka 8-4 in the Grand Final. NCD Year 9-10 boys beat Lay 12-10. Team Central were crowned kings after defeating Lay 19-14. In a recent interview, PNG NRL Bid CEO Andrew Hill gave his remarks on the academy programs and the pathway.
People have heard me talk about this in the past. We've just got to keep making the right steps, small steps. It's not about going too fast and leaving people behind, but it's also about being ready for 2028 and what this academy has done and what the improvements next year when we're ready to announce what we'll do next year. Of course, the National Youth Comp starts in 2 weeks' time, and that's also a wonderful opportunity to ensure that if you have the talent, you will be able to play for your own PNG NRL team come 28 or in a year or two's time after that for the NRLW team. So
he further elaborated on the importance of the programs in preparations for 2028.
These academies, these programs for young players are so important. You know, we should have been doing this 20 years ago, yes, but we're doing it now. And some of the pathway programs are as good as any that are being run in the NRL. And I think we'll continue to surprise people who perhaps don't take the opportunity to ask questions or find out what's actually happening here. And you know, people are still surprised that we nearly beat the Australian schoolboys, 10 months ago. And hopefully, with these programs, we'll be able to match it with them this year.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja, huh? Yeah.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
To our strong, resilient and amazing mothers across the country and the world, Happy Mother's Day! Mothers are a blessing to us all. They create, they nurture, they bring love, warmth and beauty into our lives. A mother's prayers and good wishes are always there with her loved ones. A mother's work never ends as she works to sustain a happy home. She cooks, cleans and works in different fields. With her own hands and unique perspective, she does these things to inspire greater dreams. Her love, care, and sacrifices do not go unnoticed. Mother, you will always hold a special place in our hearts. So to all our precious mothers everywhere, we say thank you and Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chuka Sports. The Prime Minister's Golden Oldies basketball tournament that kicked off this week in Port Moresby by Basketball PNG is part of commemorating the country's 50th Golden Jubilee this year under the theme Your Health is Your Wealth.
With the theme Your Health is Your Wealth, the tournament is a lead-up to the country's 50th Golden Jubilee, an initiative by Prime Minister James Marape with Basketball PNG, where it launched its Golden Jubilee Golden Oldies basketball competition in Port Moresby as part of celebrating the upcoming independence. Present during the launching was Prime Minister James Marape, who believes in healthy lifestyle, says living healthy is the way to go to living longer, emphasizing that your health is your wealth.
It's really all about keeping fit, and my team here, it talks about next 40. It's you play and engage in sport to live healthy life for the next, we plan to live the next 40 years. In any case, if Jesus doesn't come in a lifetime, we want to live the next 40 years. And you stay alive, stay engaged, stay healthy, your body moving around, you live longer. Health is your wealth. Health is your wealth. You don't want to work and you fall dead in your 60s. Company life expectancy right now is about 60, mid-60s. We want to encourage everyone to push beyond that. You only live long when your blood is in circulation, your body is moving around. So.
Marape added that basketball won't be the only sport played, but other sporting codes will also be engaged for the same reason.
We want to also get engaged with soccer and touch rugby. But also love to play rugby league. You cannot play rugby league anymore, tell it yourself. Well, touch rugby here, soccer here. So we keep the seniors in our midst. Not just those who are employed, but those in society. There is no change, there's no politics, just pure sports. For basketball lovers, we're playing basketball. For rugby lovers, rugby union, rugby league, rugby touch is being organized. For soccer is being organized. We just want to get all the seniors in Port Moresby.
He added that while Port Moresby is a capital of business people, it is also a capital of professionals and it is a center of influence for the rest of the country. Godwin Eki, Trukai Sports.
Now moving to overseas sports, there were 2 big comebacks from behind victories in the NRL last night. The South Sydney Rabbitohs produced a stunning second half to defeat the Brisbane Broncos 22 points to 14 in wet conditions at Stadium Australia.
Latrell Mitchell was the star, putting the Rabbitohs in front with this 2-point field goal with just 2 minutes to go in the match. Mitchell then scored a try in the final play of the game to complete what was a 14-point comeback. Earlier, the Gold Coast Titans came from 20 points down to defeat the Newcastle Knights 24 points to 20 in Newcastle.
I want to do it over for 80 minutes, you know. You're chasing 80-minute games every week. Yeah, we've seen signs, we've also seen the other. So as a group, you know, we've got to make sure that they take ownership and then we take ownership of what needs to happen. I mean, it was there for us. Very disappointing and not good enough. Simple as that.
That ends Goroka Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Goroka Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Join me on Kids Corner for story time, simple and creative arts and crafts, career corner, nature time, field trips, and not forgetting our cartoons and children entertainment shows. Join me every weekdays from 3:30 to 5:30 for Kids Corner on your number one to watch, MTV.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes are on Buffalo.
Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel, and you're watching
all the younger ones will follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk on time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The Morning Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, cloudy periods with possible afternoon rain and thunderstorms and potential of flooding. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with rain and possible thunderstorms and potential of flooding. In the Momasa region, Lake City, partly cloudy with few rain and rain showers and possible thunderstorm. And Vanimo, cloudy periods with some evening rain and rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, cloudy periods with few evening rain and rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Kimber and Buka, cloudy period with possible showers and thunderstorms. In the Highlands region, Mount Agan City, cloudy periods with rain and potential of flooding. And Mendi, Tsari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with rain and potential of flooding.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, 10th of May 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.